everyone. Welcome to the frozen lane, the fast lane, powered by the garage. It's a balmy 6 or 7 degrees here right now, Charlie. We've just concluded the first race of the ITM Auckland SuperSprint, and even though it might be a bit chilly in the air, the action was red hot. Do you like that cliche?
That was extremely good. Pukekohe certainly packed a punch on Saturday, didn't it? And it was great to see a Kiwi on the podium. I think we are very, very excited about it.
We're looking at some highlights of the race. Of course, it was Cameron Waters and Will Davison who started on the front row, but it was the DJR, the two Shell V-Power guys that really got the opening hand. But this, oh my goodness, didn't that sit us on the edge of our seats? Tim Slade, how did he not avoid major carnage?
They were 4 wide heading in to turn 1. So that is Golding, Percat, Courtney and Slade, and unfortunately Courtney and Slade came off worse off, seeing them both head back to pit lane, and Tim Slade didn't come out and he didn't finish his first race here at Pukekohe.
Yeah, a shame from him, but gee, that could have been a whole lot worse. Brody Kostecki finding the wall once again. He's had a bit of a shocker this weekend. And speaking of Jake Kostecki, just really unlucky. Obviously, the left rear wasn't done up properly. There was a lot of kerfuffle going on in pit lane. Came out, lost a wheel.
Well, this is a very, very tight fight. Scott Pye coming through as SVG rejoined that battle for 8, but SVG did get the better of him in the end, but that was a definite nail-biter. And then we had Macaulay Jones come unstuck, which saw the safety car come out with 9 laps to go until a dash to the end that saw Will Davison get a gap on Andre Heimgartner, and this battle with Anton and SVG, Bridie.
It was game on, and we can hear the thunder of the crowd when this happened. Like, there's so many Kiwis obviously here proudly supporting not only Shane but also Andre Heimgartner, and it was just insane. Will was great for Will to get another race win, but it was almost like a race win, I think, for Andre Heimgartner, and also for this local very patriotic crowd. Andre Heimgartner in second and Cameron Waters coming home in third.
Well, it makes Andre the 5th Kiwi in history to have got a podium here. He was really choked up. He was, you could see the emotion was really overwhelming him. But Will, it's his 22nd career win, so I feel a Taylor Swift song coming on. But it's also, he's a fun fact, Bryony, he's the 26th driver in history to get a win after he's turned 40.
Wow, that's
birthday last week, win this week.
Well, well done. What a good belated birthday present.
Absolutely.
For him. So we're standing outside of Shell V-Power Racing. They're all in the press conference, but I was listening to Will upstairs. They were having a little bit of a debrief before the podium, and he said, oh gosh, he thought that when he got out of the car he was almost going to be booed, because obviously an Australian winning here. But no, the crowd was very, very kind, I suppose. It gave him the cheer that he deserved. Now, Shane van Gisbergen is probably one of the talking points of that race, not on the podium, which is what a whole lot of people here expected. Finishing in P5, I think 5 or 6. Disappointing by his standards, and looked pretty dejected when he got out of the car.
That is a very good word, despondent, dejected. As Garth was saying just before, there's a lot of pressure on SVG this week. You know, he is the poster child, isn't he, for success as a Kiwi guru in this sport. And, you know, observing him up and down pit lane across this weekend, you know, fans adore him, of course, but the guy doesn't get a second to himself. Even when he tries to go to the bathroom, he's surrounded by people, and for someone like Shane, that can be quite a lot. So I think that the fact that he goes out there and still shows us everything that he's got, and hopefully just tomorrow they come back and he can do what Shane does, because you can never, ever, ever rule him out.
No, absolutely. You can never rule this team out, Red Bull Ampol Racing. Now, you were telling me just earlier, you've got some interesting stats in terms of the championship and where that's placed, particularly after Van Gisbergen's result today.
Thank you for the kind reminder that I should have said before. So, Shane, because of where he came in that race, it does see his 500-point lead deplete to 493. So there's 7 points that he's missing. I'm going to make sure I read these correctly. The battle for 2nd, 3rd and 4th is heating up in this championship. So it's definitely not over. So Davison's win now sees him sitting 5 points behind Cam Waters, also 35 points ahead of his teammate Anton De Pasquale. So it's SVG, it's Cam, it's Will and Anton, and it's all to play for. And we've still got 2 races to go at Pukekohe, Bryony.
As if there wasn't enough in the championship to play for, tomorrow, our final time for supercars here at Pukekohe Park Raceway. The emotion has been building the whole weekend. I cannot wait to see how tomorrow unfolds. 2 big races, races 28 and 29 of the championship.
2 sold-out days, too.
2 sold-out days. It's going to be amazing. Make sure you don't miss a second of the action. You can catch it all from 7:45 a.m. Eastern in Australia, 9:45 a.m. local New Zealand Pukekohe time on Sky Sports. So make sure you tune in for the final day of the ITM Auckland Sprint here as we say farewell to Pukekohe Park Raceway. We'll see you then.